many students who have qualified are also fetching their photocopy of answer sheets. Yes, fetching photocopy of answer sheet is not just a phenomena which is typical to only and only students who have failed. Students who have passed ask for photocopy of answer sheets. They want to keep it as a momentum. The students who have qualified CMA final and who've scored, say, exemption, I've seen this phenomena in those students or even in intermediate students. They would ask for photocopy of answer sheets even if they have qualified the examination, both intermediate and final, so that they can know what are their problems, what are their disadvantages, or what were their shortfalls in the examination. Hello and welcome, guys, and welcome to this post result vlog. And yes, in this particular vlog, I'm going to discuss about the 3 remedies which are available to you if you have faced a negative result. Guys, I've repeated it multiple times. It's a professional examination, and getting a negative result can be one of the options, even if you have scored superbly well in your earlier academic stints, like your BCom, 12th, 11th. Yes, you have been a acer in your academic career, and you have scored really well in all the examinations. But still, guys, this particular examination really tests you in and out. So it's really okay if you have scored a negative result. Do not lose hope. Okay, start working again with full vigor and with full zeal for the upcoming examination. And yes, you have these remedies very much available with you. But before coming on to these remedies, let me tell you a word of caution. Please don't wait for the results of these remedies before you start preparing for your next attempt, guys. Because rarely have I seen any changes in your marks with these processes, which are the re-verification processes. Rarely have I seen any changes in marks, guys. So do not wait for the results. Yes, you can file it and just forget it, and do not wait for the results. Start your preparation for the next attempt immediately. Remove all the doubts from your mind of qualifying in the re-verification process. Okay, just don't think about it. I'm not saying that it's absolutely useless, but the chances are really less. So I don't want to lose your precious time in waiting for the results of re-verification and realizing that nothing happened and your attempt is 1 month. I don't want that situation to happen. So yes, in this particular video, I'm going to talk about re-verification and how copy of answer sheet can be fetched from the institute. I'll explain the entire procedure. I'll explain the rules and regulations. But first of all, I want to explain to you what is the difference between re-verification and obtaining photocopy of your answer sheet. The difference is that in case of re-verification, the institute is going to pull out your paper from its records and will test the totaling, and if any question has been any answer has been omitted to be checked in your answer sheet. These are the 2 things which the institute is going to check, and it is going to release the result, whether your result is updated or not. You don't get a chance to look at your answer sheet if you choose this particular option. Whatever is going to be done, that is going to be done at the end of the institute. Institute will re-verify your answer sheet, give back the revised result to you, and that's it. You don't get to see your photocopy of your answer sheet. In the second procedure, which is getting photocopy of your answer sheet, guys, in this particular step, institute is not going to do anything. It is just going to pull out the answer sheet from its record, create a photocopy of that answer sheet along with the examiner's marks which you have obtained in each of the answers, and will courier it to your mailing address. That is what happens in photocopy of answer. So these 2 options are available with you. Either you can go for re-verification, or you can go for getting a photocopy of your answer sheet. Sir, can we go for both? Yes, you can go for both also. But again, there are some restrictions which I'm going to explain to you if you want to go for both. That is, you also want to get your paper re-verified. Also, you want to get photocopy of your answer sheet. If you want to do both, then there are provisions related to it, subject to certain conditions. So let's start first of all with re-verification of your answer sheet. If you want to get your answer sheet re-verified by the institute will pull out those papers where you want re-verifications to be done. Institute will pull out the paper, and institute will check all the totaling errors, if there are any totaling errors, and if there are any omissions. Please note, the authenticity of the marks given by the examiner is not checked by the institute in this particular process, which means you feel that the marks should have been 4 and the examiner has given only 2. This aspect is never checked in the re-verification process. The only two things which are going to be checked are, number one, whether the totaling is correct or not. Number two, whether any answer has been missed by the examiner in getting marked. Only these two things are going to be checked. Many students feel that it's a complete re-evaluation of our paper, so another examiner will check each and every answer again. No, that doesn't happen in re. Please be absolutely clear about this fact. Your answers will not be re-read. They will not be rechecked. Your answers will not be rechecked in this particular step, which is re-verification. The only two things which are going to be done are totaling to be checked, okay, and any omissions. If any omissions are there, which means you have written an answer but the examiner has by mistake not given you marks in that particular answer, then that will be checked and you will be allotted the marks. So please remember one thing, only one application is required to be filed for all the subjects. Suppose if you have 4 subjects and you want to do the re-verification for all 4, only one application is to be filed by the institute, and I'll tell you how to apply, and only one application is entertained by the institute. If suppose you apply for paper number 5, then you realize that, oh, I need to apply for paper number 7 also. No option is there. So once and for all, you have to choose whether you want to apply, re-verify your paper number 5, paper number 7, paper number 8. How many papers you want to re-verify? In one go, you have to choose and select. Second option will not be given to you. So only one application for all subjects are required to be applied for during the re-verification process. So last date of applying for re-verification is usually 30 days from your result declaration date. So for example, the result declaration date is 21st February 2024 for December 23 examination. This is an example I'm giving you. December 23 examination. The date of result is 21st February 2024. So you have been given 30 days, okay, complete 1 month is given. Up till 22nd March 2024, you can apply for re-verification. You cannot apply for re-verification beyond. This is the deadline. Similarly, if you are having your result in the month of August, which is 21st August, calculate 30 days, guys. Till 30 days, you have the window open of applying for re-verification. 30 days are given for re-verification application to be submitted to the Institute of Cost Accountants of India along with the fees. So what is the fees? Fees is rupees 250 per paper. So if you want to reapply for 4 papers, the fees is 1000 rupees, 250 multiplied by 4. So 250 per paper is the fees. Sir, is this fees refundable under any circumstance? Yes, the fees is refundable under one circumstance, that the paper which you applied for re-verification, there was a totaling error in that paper and your marks are increased, or there was an omission in your paper and your marks are increased. In that eventuality, guys, your fees will be refunded. Entire fees which you have applied for shall be refunded. So can it happen that our marks gets reduced from the marks which we have already obtained? No, that is not possible. Your marks cannot be reduced. So suppose if you have got 35, during this process, it cannot turn into 34. No, it cannot turn into 34. In all eventualities, I have never seen such thing happening in the re-verification that your marks are reduced. So your marks typically do not get reduced, okay? Generally they get increased, and if they get increased, if a totaling error has been found out in your paper and your marks are increased, then in that case, guys, entire fees will be refundable to you. Entire fees will be refundable. This fees is refundable. Suppose if there is no change in the re-verification process, no fees will be refundable. Okay, sir. Totaling or omission, 2 things which the examiner, the institute will typically check. Then last is, don't wait for the next examination form filing, guys. Okay, so re-verification, the deadline is suppose 22nd March. The institute will take another 15-20 days to get you the results of re-verification. Up till that time, you will get the due date of exam form filing of the next examination, right? If you have failed in December 23, then you will get the deadline for June 24 examination. So guys, it is always advisable, and it is given by the institute in writing, do fill the next exam form without waiting for the re-verification result. Don't wait for the re-verification result. Apply for the next examination immediately. So what will happen to the fees if we fill this exam fees, and this exam fees is filled for the next attempt, and we realize that we passed in the next attempt in the re-verification, which is a rare eventuality, but still, if we pass, what will happen to the exam fees? exam fees will be totally refunded to you. Your exam fees will be absolutely refundable if your entire group clears due to that re-verification, and your entire exam fees which you have filled for the next attempt will be refunded to you. No worries in that. Okay, so this is the procedure of re-verification. Now let us get to the institute website and let me demonstrate how this re-verification process is adopted in the website of the institute. Okay, this is the website of the institute. We go to students tab, we go to examination. In the examination there is a column verification, and then verification will lead you to this kind of a page, which is examination department page. This is the home page of examination department. You have to click on students. Okay, and on this particular side you have online examination application form. Over here you have application for subject verification. You click on application for subject verification, you get this kind of a interface. Okay, here you have to fill your registration number, your roll number, full name, course will automatically pop up, and then the further steps are required to be done. So I already have a number of one of my students already filled in over here. So this is how the interface will look like. Soon as you punch in your registration number, your name, your roll number of the last examination, your course name will come over here, and whatever subjects you appeared in this particular attempt will come over here. You just have to click on these papers. 250 per paper is the fees, so you have to click on these papers, and then you will be redirected to the payment page. Okay, 250 per paper. So suppose I click on all the 4 papers because I want to get all the 4 papers verified. And guys, it is your choice, but do remember that once you make a selection over here, it's irreversible. If I choose 3, it will be irreversible. Okay, then the total amount to be paid comes out to be 1000 rupees. Of course, 250 multiplied by 4 is 1000 because I've chosen all 3. Your choice. You might choose 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Then you click on pay now. Soon as you click on pay now, you will be redirected to the payments gateway, and here you can apply, you can pay the fees, and you can apply for re-verification. That is how the entire re-verification process will be undertaken for the students. Okay, now coming on to photocopy of answer sheets. Once you want to get photocopy of your answer sheets without institute checking any part of it, institute will not touch your answer sheet. Okay, it will not see your answer sheet. It will just pull out the result. It will just photocopy your answer sheet and send it to you via courier. That is the process. That is fetching photocopy of answer sheet. So again, same rule. One application will be there for all the subjects. Do not make this mistake. We will apply for one, we will not apply for another. Don't make this mistake. Apply once and for all the subjects. Okay, one application to be entertained for all the subjects. Then what is the last date? Last date is 21 days from declaration of the result. So suppose your result is declared on 21st February 2024. Right, that is the date when your result has been declared. 21 days counted from this date. 13th March 2024 is the last date for filling up your application for obtaining photocopy of answer sheet. My earnest request to you, don't wait for the last date. Don't count the dates and tell that, oh, so we are going to apply on the last date. We are not going to apply now. Don't do this mistake. Apply as soon as possible if you are sure that you want to get your papers re-verified or get a photocopy of the answer sheet. Then rupees 500 per paper is the fees which is there for, yes, double of our fees for re-verification, because over here the institute is going to incur photocopy charges, sending it to your home, etc, etc. So 500 per paper, and this particular fees is non-refundable under any circumstance. This fees will not be refunded to you. It is non-refundable under any circumstance. This is the process of obtaining photocopy of answer sheet. Now let us get back to our page to see where will we get this particular option. Again guys, I'll go to the home page of examination department, which looks something like this, which will be there on the students tab, examination. Then you come on to this page. Again, students, again, application for photocopy. The link is given over here. You click on this link. Again, you get an interface like that. Okay, and this is what you have to fill. Now I already have one number filled in, which is belonging to my student, and this is the interface which comes in. This is for verification. Certified photocopies of evaluated answer scripts to be obtained using this methodology. Again, 4 subjects have come in. Now I want to obtain the photocopy for all the 4 subjects, so I have clicked on all the 4 subjects. Okay, I have clicked on all the 4 subjects. My total bill is 2000 rupees, 500 per subject. I click on pay now, and I'll be redirected to the payments gateway, and there I have to file the fees. And soon as I deposit the fees, I will be given, the application will be placed before the institute for getting my photocopies couriered to my home. I'll get my photocopies. I mean, how much time? Again, for both of them, the approximate timeline is 20 days are and on an average 20 to 30 days the institute takes. Okay, 20 days to 30 days. Okay, you can expect 1 month. So by April, fag end of April, you will get the desired results, guys. So that is why it is said that don't wait for the next examination form filing. You have to fill the next examination form immediately. Don't wait for these results for filling up your next examination form. That is an earnest request which has been done by the institute also. I'm also doing the same thing. Now, sir, can we obtain both? Yes, you can obtain both. You have to file 2 applications, one for re-verification, one for obtaining of answer photocopy of answer sheet. 500 rupees to be paid per subject for photocopy, 250 to be paid for re-verification, 750 per subject you have to pay. Again, the interface will be the same. You have to file 2 applications, one under verification, one under obtaining the photocopy. Separate applications are required to be filed. But one thing which is to be noted over here is that first your verification process will end. Only then will the institute send you photocopy of your answer sheets. So suppose institute takes say 20 days in re-verifying your result. After 20 days, institute will take another 10 days to send you photocopy of your answer sheet. Photocopy of answer sheets will not be sent to you if you have applied for both. Then photocopy will not be sent to you immediately. First, the institute will re-verify your result, and then the photocopies will be couriered to you. So if you apply for both, then you have to wait for your photocopies for a longer period of time. Please note this fact. If you apply for only photocopy of answer sheet, then you will get your photocopies immediately, instantly. That is the difference between applying for both and applying for only for a photocopy. So you have to mind this fact that, take the decision concretely. I mean, take the decision with full conviction and with full analysis. Okay. But one thing is for sure, for the next examination, please fill up the answer forms. Please fill up the examination forms, because that is very, very critical. And guys, I'll tell you what, okay, how should you make a choice, okay? So suppose if you are only short of 3 marks or 2 marks, either in aggregate or in individual subjects, to qualify your entire group, then you should ideally go in for re-verification. Okay. But if you are short of say 10 marks or 15 marks for qualifying either your subject or the group, then there's no point in going for re-verification. This is just my suggestion, okay? You can take your own call, right? This is just my suggestion. If you are short of say more than 5 marks in qualifying your examination, or say 10 marks, more than 10 marks in qualifying your examination, then re-verification might not be useful to you. Then you directly apply for obtaining the photocopies of the answer sheet, okay? But if you are short of say 2 marks, 3 marks, then re-verification and photocopy, both the procedures can be adopted. It's your call at the end of the day. What do you want to do? But under any circumstance, either you choose option A, B or C. Under any circumstance, do not wait for the results to start your studies. Start your studies from today itself. As soon as the result has come, start your studies immediately, because the next attempt is not far. And I've already told you that eventuality of qualifying and re-verification is quite rare. I mean, there are very strong protocols, the internal controls which have been laid down by the institute around this examination process. So having such mistakes like omission, like totaling errors, is not very common. Okay, so don't wait for I'm not saying be hopeless, okay, but don't wait for the result for start preparing for your next attempt. Start preparing for next attempt immediately, and file these forms online, and do the required formalities, and just wait for the result. And in your mind, do start preparation for your next attempt immediately. And yes, I hope and pray that in the next attempt, the next examination, of course, you will secure good marks. You will pass in the next examination. And let me tell you, I have seen from my experience that many students who have qualified are also fetching their photocopy of answer sheets. Yes, fetching photocopy of answer sheet is not just a phenomena which is typical to only and only students who have failed. Students who have passed ask for photocopy of answer sheets. They want to keep it as a momentum. The students who have qualified CMA final and who've scored, say, exemption, I've seen this phenomena in those students, or even in intermediate students. They would ask for photocopy of answer sheets even if they have qualified the examination, both intermediate and final, so that they can know what are their problems, what are their disadvantages, or what were their shortfalls in the examination. I've seen this phenomena happening. Even students who qualify apply for photocopy of answer sheet. This phenomena is not only restricted to students who have failed. So whatever category you are, please enjoy the privileges which are given by the institute and do start preparation for the next attempt. And yes, we are always there for all of you, for all your needs, all your requirements. So test series for intermediate and final is going to be started very, very soon under Nikhil Gupta classes, and you have to WhatsApp on this number 9643929913. Test series for CMA Intermediate and final is going to be started soon, very, very soon. Okay, get yourself registered in the WhatsApp group which is being created on this particular mobile number. Just WhatsApp on this mobile number for intermediate and final student. Get yourself registered in the test series which are upcoming for the next attempt, and give it your best shot. Not all the subjects tests are going to be conducted, let me be very frank and honest with you, but selected subjects which at least I take, we'll have tests for all those subjects free of cost for all CMA students. The test will be exclusively conducted according to the CMA pattern, and it will be exclusively dedicated to CMA students. Whether you have taken classes from me or not doesn't matter at all. You just add in, get yourself added in the WhatsApp group and take benefit of these tests. So yes, these are the tests which are going to be released soon. This is the procedure which you have to follow to re-verify or getting photocopy answer sheet. That's all for this particular session. We'll be coming up with more such sessions whereby you are you will be getting good information about the procedures, about the plans, about the test series or whatever in this particular YouTube channel. So subscribe to the channel if you have not, and in the comment section please comment if you're facing any difficulty. I shall make a separate video for you if I get enough comments in the comment section. So just comment in the comment section if you are facing any problem. On that positive note, all the very best and happy studying. Bye bye. See you in the next session.